And we're starting the week off with a little bit of rain. Let's face it, it's very welcome because we need it. It's a nice change outside. But regardless of how cold it is outside, things should always be warm and cozy inside your home. However, if your house seems to be struggling to stay warm in this inclement weather, it may be time to upgrade your home's insulation. And that's where our first guests come in. We're talking about Eagle Shield. They can actually help solve the problem with their NASA certified insulation. Here to explain more is owner Garrett Harwood. Garrett, always good to see you.
You too.
Okay, so help our viewers understand, who is the ideal Eagle Shield customer?
Well, typically any homeowner that, as you mentioned, that are, way too cold in the winter, they're way too hot in the summer, or they just don't like the utility bill. They hate wasting. They want to save off the utility bill. Those are the people that we help every day.
Okay, excellent. And clearly you've helped a lot of those people, actually, right?
Over 45,000 clients in 22 years. Yes, thank you.
Okay, who's counting?
We're proud of it.
You should be proud of it. And these clients are having amazing experiences, so much that they're actually sharing those experiences. And we have some of them. Do you mind if we take a listen? Okay, let's go ahead and watch.
Really didn't know how much we'd save, but once we installed it, we saved $200 a month that allowed us to do other things for the family.
The family's definitely a lot more comfortable with Eagle Shield.
After we installed Eagle Shield, the internal temperature of the home dropped between 8 to 10 degrees, where it's actually cooler in the house than it was outside, and that's exactly what we're looking for.
Having my children comfortable is very important to me, and the Eagle Shield definitely has made a big difference in our lives.
And now they can sleep in their own beds.
Okay, Garrett, so how can you help those watching become one of those happy customers?
Well, before you can solve a problem, you kind of have to know what the problem is. So we recommend that you call us at our toll-free number, and we will come out using thermal imaging. This, I always tell my wife how hot I look after all the years.
Oh,
she rolls her eyes. Yeah.
Indeed, I see a lot of red on there.
Thermal imaging will assess where you're losing heat, gaining heat, let you know exactly what's happening in your home. We'll do an 18-point audit using thermal imaging. That typically is $350. Before your viewers calling the toll-free number on the screen, you will get that weighed for free. Plus, for the first 50 callers that call right now while supplies last, we're going to give them a free space age water heater blanket, reflective insulation blanket. Same technology used on a $2 billion space shuttle. You get that for your water heater. Double your hot water, save you about 20% off your hot water bill, just for calling the toll-free number 1-800-883-2453.
Yeah, and that's perfect for this time of year especially. A lot of people using a lot of hot water right now. And you have an example, too, of how your product works right here in studio.
Yes, well, what this does is just shows what most people are used to. On this side, you have fiberglass insulation. That's no different than cellulose or rock wool or foam. All it is no different than a kitchen sponge. It just soaks up heat, and then when it can't hold anymore, then it releases. So in the wintertime, why do cats sleep on the roofs? In the summertime, why are you miserable at 8 o'clock at night when it's cool outside and you're running airflow trying to feel better? That's because your insulation is just designed to slow down the problem in the air pockets, not get rid of the problem. So what reflective insulation does is it reflects 97% of the heat away, making you cooler in the summer, reflects 97% of the heat back in the winter. Now you run your heater and air 70% less. Saves you about 44% off utility bill. On the test right here, these are 250 watt heat lamps. Right here, if you look at the temperature gauge underneath, there you are about 180, 190. Over here, you're sitting right around 70.
Wow.
So which home would you rather live in?
That's pretty obvious.
Another test right here, this is what's called a BTU meter.
Okay.
That basically measures heat. So if, I don't want to burn your hand, but if they're able to zoom in and they'll see the temperature as I move the heat lamp closer and you feel it on your hand.
I sure do.
Watch this. I'll put it high, but here.
Wow. Okay, so I mean, it's so high it's not even registering. It's going well over 500 degrees, and you put that in between, and then it drops to zero.
Yeah. And so what reflective insulation does, it was designed originally by NASA for insulation in space. It's now building code in all new construction. So after 2011, every new home has it. Eagle Shield just focuses on those homeowners that don't know about the technology, so we're able to make them warmer in the winter, cooler in the summer, save them up to 44% off the utility bill, and the best part about it is it's paid for out of what you save off your utility savings.
That's amazing. So we're talking, like you're saying, space age technology from NASA.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's obvious you know a lot about home insulation, about comfort, so much that our viewers have written, they've called, they have questions for you. So do you mind answering?
My privilege, please.
All right.
Thank you.
So here is a question for you, Garrett.
Hi, I'm calling from Folsom. I'd like to know the energy products you recommend that have the best return on investment.
Okay, well, that's actually a very simple one, and the answer was done by Department of Energy. So there are three things that matter the most when it comes to being comfortable saving off a utility bill. Those three things are insulation, ventilation, and quality pure airflow. If you think of it like a three-legged stool, if any one leg isn't functioning, you're overloading the other two. So insulation is always the first thing you do. Second thing you do is you ventilate, put in a high-performance solar attic fan, which we help. And then number three, your air conditioning heating ducts. The average ducts leaks 28% just after 10 years of use. We come in and deep clean them, purify them, wrap and seal them so you don't have any more leaks. It keeps rodents out. I always tell my wife clients, give yourself permission to not look at what we take out of the ducts. They don't want to know. But then you get your air flows purer and it's healthier, dry skin
You can
sinus.
dust your house less often
Yep.
because you have less dust in the home. Many, many benefits to that. And how can you help those watching take advantage of this amazing offer?
Yeah, just call our toll-free number on the screen. We'll come out with thermal imaging. We'll assess the home, and we'll show you where you're losing heat, gaining heat. There is no charge for that if you call now, because that $350 fee is waived, thanks to you. And so give us a call, and if you're one of the first 50 callers that calls now, you actually get a free space-age water heater blanket that'll double your hot water, save about 20% off your hot water bill. That's a $150 value, but that is waived if you call the toll-free number 1-800-883-2453.
Wonderful. Garrett, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.